Hey, welcome back to an episode of the Fastbreak Mil Podcast. It's been a minute, 7 months to be exact, but this Pistons losing streak has been too bad that I just couldn't not speak on it. So I'm back and I have to speak on the Pistons losing streak. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. If you haven't known about the Pistons losing streak already, it's currently at 25 games after losing to the Utah Jazz tonight. And I feel like it wasn't even the real Utah Jazz. It was feels like their G League team led by Kelly Olynyk going off for 22 points, I believe. And it's just crazy to think that Detroit is probably going to have the longest losing streak in professional sports history. Like, without a doubt. This streak could potentially go 40 to 50 games. And honestly, the over-under has them at 9 wins. I don't even see them hitting 9 this season. It's pretty crazy. And it's wild to think about because at the beginning of the season, if you would have asked me, did I think the Detroit Pistons were going to be the worst team in the NBA? I would have said they had potential, but I definitely thought they were going to be better than they were last year. But last year's team is blowing this team out the water 10 times out of 10, and it's pretty insane to think about. And it just, they made moves that you would think would actually have done something for the team, but they haven't, and they've honestly been detrimental. And that first move, I feel like, was giving Monty Williams the contract he has. Monty Williams currently has the worst contract in professional sports, in my opinion. People could probably prove me wrong, but honestly, in my opinion, he has the worst contract for a coach, a front office executive, a player. Like, 6 years, $78 million to have your team at 2 and 26 is downright despicable, if I'm gonna be straight up honest. And listen, the GM can't go without blame either. The fact that all his offseason moves consisted of re-signing Isaiah Stewart, getting Joe Harris, getting Monte Morris, and signing Kevin Knox to the team. Kevin Knox doesn't even play, but what is he on the team for? Morale? Is he a good locker room guy? Like, it's insane. Now looking back, honestly, maybe we should have thought this Pistons team was going to be the worst team in the NBA. Like, Weaver has done nothing to prove that he needs to keep his job tomorrow. Honestly, you would think Monty would would have been fired by now, and they just take that blunt blow, but he's still there. But it's just crazy because I don't see how it gets better with this current situation, like, at all. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, you really can't convince me otherwise. And lastly, I feel like one thing that's like really killing the vibe is just Monty Williams' rotations right now, and the fact that his usage of players is, I would say again, downright despicable. The fact that early on the season, Jaden Ivey wasn't playing like in the first quarter. The fact that Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham were both in the starting lineup together when Killian Hayes probably shouldn't even be getting more than 15 minutes a game. The fact that Isaiah Stewart is a whole starting center when he should be a whole backup power forward. Like, there's just a lot of downright despicable things going on. And the fact that Monty is really just downright destroying the Pistons rebuild. The fact that their rebuild needs a rebuild is disgusting. And it's funny to me because a former player of their team, Nerlens Noel, came out and basically said this after the Pistons lost tonight. Basically reiterating what Cade also said, which is,
yeah, we're not 2-26 bad. You know what I mean? Like, no way are we that bad.
And I feel like that's true. I don't think this team is a 2-26 team on a 25 game losing streak. That's just insane to me. Like, there's just no way. And it's not like the players aren't trying their hardest. They literally are out there trying their hardest. They don't want to be on the wrong side of history. Cade looked like he was about to cry tonight after the loss. And it's just insane. And going on that, the morale and just fan support of the team is basically abysmal. It's zero at this point. You had fans chanting, "Sell the team."
And the Pistons certainly know that feeling.
Violation and 9.7 left. Oh boy, here we go. Sell the team, they're saying.
The unknown comic.
No, yeah, remember him?
As a player, I would be downright down bad hearing my fans straight up yell out, "Sell the team." And like, I also feel like as a owner, you shouldn't feel good about that. To know that you, the GM, the head coach, are the reason that this team is basically where they're at right now. All these fans putting their hard-earned money into the Pistons just to get this dumpster fire. It's truly, truly crazy. And honestly, maybe in the end it makes the Pistons better players overall for different teams, but I don't even see that. I don't think there's really any silver lining when it comes to this, or any positives you could really get out of this. Like, Cade has showed flashes, but even in his flashes, like, you're asking him to do so much with so little, and it's sad. And it's making people look at Cade in a different light, and it's sad because he's definitely one of the top players in the league, but on this sorry team, he's never going to be looked at as any more than a guy that gets good stats on the bad team. And I believe he's way more than that. It's okay. This is just a little invitation if you want to come to the Spurs. I know Victor is looking for a point guard and a right-hand man. So if you want to make that happen, baby, let's just go ahead and make that happen. Just putting that out there. But as far as the Pistons go, like I said, their rebuild needs a rebuild. And it's going to be interesting over the next couple of years how they're going to attack this rebuild, because they need to attack it hard and head on. And they honestly should be attacking it tonight by firing their GM and head coach, but that's not going to happen. So I guess for each episode of I almost said what comes to mind. That's crazy. For each episode of the Fastbreak Mil Podcast moving forward, I feel like we're just going to have the Detroit Pistons win ticker. And tonight is no. And it's probably going to be no for the next 25 minutes. So just prepare for that. But that concludes today's episode. It was just a quick little debrief on how dumpster fire the Pistons are. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'm not gonna really commit to videos coming out every day, every week type of deal, just whenever I have time. But again, I appreciate the support, I appreciate the love, and catch y'all next time.